Welcome to another C programming tutorial. In this video, we will discuss about the truth values in C programming language, and also we will talk about the booleans. Now, when we write computer programs, sometimes we have to work with the values which will have only two possible states. For example, if a light switch is there, whether it is turned on or off. So if I ask whether the switch is turned on, the answer will be yes or no. In other words, we can say true or false. Similarly, the door, whether it is locked or not. If I ask the question whether the door is locked, the answer will be yes or no, or true or false. So these are some of the situations where the values have two possible states. So in order to represent that in our program, what we generally do is we associate the numeric values with true or false, or yes or no. For example, the value 0 is considered as false, which is equivalent to no, and a non-zero value is considered as true, which is equivalent to yes. So in C programming language, if a value is equivalent to 0, it is considered as false or no. And if a value is a non-zero value, it can be positive, negative, it will be considered as true. So this is one thing that you have to remember. Whenever we have a value equivalent to 0, it is considered as false. And if there is a non-zero value, it is considered as true. So in order to represent these kind of values in our programs, traditionally what we used to do is we used to have some variable of type integer, and we store 0 or non-zero value. For example, we can say is logged in. For example, let us say I have a website and I want to know whether the user is logged in or not. Then I can store a value of 0, which is equivalent to false. It will mean that the user is not logged in. Or I can store a non-zero value, maybe 1 or any other non-zero value, which will indicate that the user is logged in. So in order to better represent this, during the C23 standard, the booleans were introduced in C language. In order to use them, we have to include the header file stdbool.h. And what it does is it allows us to use the boolean types. So instead of writing this integer variable like this, we can write bool and then the name of the variable, for example, like is login, something like this, and we can set the value like true or false, something like this. Now the difference is the second one, using this bool, is much more readable. A programmer can easily understand by looking at the code. Internally what happens is, if I take the cursor on this false value, we can see it stores 0. If I change this false to true, then if I take the cursor in here, then we can see it stores a value of 1. Internally, it is using the 0 or any other non-zero value in order to represent true or false. Now in the modern C programming language, after the C23 standard, bool, true, false, these are made as language keywords. So we don't need to include this stdbool.h in order to use them. But if you're working with older C standards, then you may have to include this header file. Here, I'm going to remove this header file. Now the next thing is how we can display the value. In C programming language, we don't have a special format specifier in order to display the boolean value, but we can use the integer format specifier in order to display this value. For example, here I will use the printf function. I'm going to say login status %d and then a new line, and then I can refer is login, something like this. Here the format specifier will be %d. Now if I save this program and if I run this, we can see login status 1 because I have stored true here. If I make it false and if I run this program again, it will be 0. Now here in this boolean type variable, if I store 0, it will be considered as false. If I store any non-zero value, it will be considered as true. For example, if I store something like 1 here, it will be considered as true. Now the next thing is, what will be the size for this boolean type of variable? In order to find out that, let us use the size of operator. So here I'm going to use the format specifier %zu, and I will say bool size, and then here we will use the size of operator on bool type. Okay, now if I run this program, now we can see the size is 1 byte. Now while using the printf function, if you want to display like true or false, what you can do is you can modify this printf function to something like this. For example, I will change the format specifier to %s, and then I can use the ternary operator in here in order to display true or false. Now in this course, we still haven't talked about the ternary operator. We will talk about that later, but right now you can use it something like this. So we will have is login and then the question mark, and then if it is containing true, then we want to have true here, else we will have a colon and we will have false, something like this. So now if I save this program and if I run this, we can see we will get true here displayed. So from this video, all we have to remember is in C programming language, for the truth values, 0 is considered as false, non-zero value is considered as true. We can use the Boolean type in order to store the values where only 2 possible states are there. So this is it for this particular video. Thank you for watching. If you like it, hit the like button. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. If you have anything to say, write that in the comment box. For more tutorials, subscribe to the channel.